Welcome to Kiruna in northern Sweden. I am high up in the Arctic somewhere, and I'm meant to be in the mountains finishing off the Kungsleden trail, but despite feeling basically the fittest and healthiest I have done in a very long time, I'm not. And I'll explain why in a minute.
Sick on the face. Ugh. Hey YouTube, it's been a while since I've been here doing this stuff. It's been a while for a few reasons. I'm going to very quickly try and summarise, try being the key word here. So, I started shooting a load of stuff. I put up I think 3 or 4 videos about maybe 6 months ago now, and they weren't up to scratch with what I wanted to create. I went in with a real intention of creating stuff and just couldn't make it happen how I wanted to. And beyond those 4 videos, I shot an absolute pile of other stuff. I was shooting constantly. I was getting used to walking around, actually doing the vlogging thing, as well as sitting down, writing up the stuff that I wanted to cover. I've got loads of good stuff that I wanted to put out, but the stories never quite came together. They never made sense. They always sort of petered out a little bit. Now, I know a lot of people say that for YouTube especially, like, done is better than perfect, but I'm definitely a bit more towards the perfectionist side of things. The other frustration I have is that when I went into this wanting to share with you guys wildlife stuff primarily, and mixed it with adventure stuff, conservation, and then a bit of tutorials, camera technology, that basically because I shoot high-end wildlife stuff, I'm very lucky to be doing that. I can't share anything that I do. It's so locked down until a program that I've done is being broadcast. And so I've done some big stuff in the last couple of years that will not be out for another year yet. So YouTube really doesn't get any of that. Between that, I've done a lot of adventures, which have been fun, and I've done a fair bit of other travelling around, more sort of general life interest stuff, but like I say, the stories just weren't there. So why am I back now chatting to you once more? I have even less time than I did before to cut stuff together and to make it good, but I really enjoyed the process of doing this. I really enjoyed putting stuff out, and I still really want to create something that follows the adventure and the wildlife side of things, but makes it more about the conservation and doing it right and doing it ethically. Trying not to be too cliche, I believe that if you travel, it should really be to help yourself grow. You should really learn about culture, and you should really take something from it. And then if you can take a camera out there and share that with other people as well, then I guess you're sharing something that other people who aren't as lucky as you will then get to experience, which is really nice. But more and more this adventure thing is just coming about getting likes and about getting people to think that you're having a better time than them, and it just misses the whole point of going and traveling and exploring. And then the other flip side of it is that in the process of doing this, and people want to get bigger and better stuff than everybody else, that people who are out there and are enjoying being in wild and wonderful places are slowly destroying it through going to places that they shouldn't go to, going off paths in national parks and just creating tramples to like viewpoints that have become Instagram hotspots, etc, etc. So anyway, I could rant forever about that. It really makes me very sad, and I will cover it as I go through and do adventure stuff, no doubt. But rather than whinging about that, I really want to make something to inspire people to play by the rules a little bit more, so that there is more for everybody else to enjoy in the future, and just change your perspective on it a little bit and enjoy being outside more. So you can expect much more wildlife stuff coming up and adventure stuff coming up when I've got time. Now, the stuff that I have shot that does have a story that I want to put out, because as I said, I'm a perfectionist, is going to have to wait a little bit. And the next part of this video is going to have to wait as well. I've been editing away and decided that the next part that I was just going to go straight on into, which is me in northern Sweden, is enough to be its own thing.
That was a bigger hill than I thought. I have to do pieces to camera on the big hill.
So I'm just going to release that tomorrow as a completely separate video, which would be nice. Subscribe if you want to get a little notification when that pops up. I hope everyone's having a nice December, and past me, we'll see you tomorrow.
Think that means hospital. Coming from nature to this. Glorious.